The scariest thing in a matrimonial relationship is the D word. The D word, that is the divorce, may have many reasons or triggers. But one thing is for sure, none of the partners come out of it as winners. And it is painful, both emotionally, physically, and financially. But how does this process pan out? And to understand the pain-enduring process, we have with us Meghna Mishra, partner Karanjawala Co. One of the reasons I want to do this and we want to do this is to show the financial cost involved in it, and especially from the point of view for the women. So if you can tell us how much time does it take for any divorce process to get through, and do you see in most of the cases the process is very hostile, that they don't want to come to a settlement in between, or they just go to the court and the court gives the decision? Which part do you see more?
So in our system, there is a compulsory requirement that when you go, if I file a petition for my client and the other party is also there will be a court process of mediation, which is compulsory.
This is compulsory.
This is compulsory.
Okay.
So even if you have not done the mediation on your own, and it is something which I highly recommend, because to answer your question of how much time it takes, if two parties come to an agreement on how will we go forward, okay, we both want a divorce, we are not going into the area of who did what, but here is the financial split, and this is how we'll divide our custody. If you're coming to a broad agreement on that, you can get a divorce even in India in as little as a month and a half. This is because although our act provides for a 6-month cooling period, so the way it is envisaged in the act is there will be a first motion, 6 months waiting period, and a second motion. But the Supreme Court and after that, which has been followed now consistently across, is on the discretion of on the basis of an application that you file. My first motion is allowed. I file an application saying that I need a waiver of the 6-month period, because by now I have already exhausted all remedies. There has been family, friends, mediation, everything has done, and there is an irreparable breakdown of the marriage. And if the judge agrees with you, he waives that 6-month period.
And both the parties have to.
Both the parties are. This is by way of this is in a mutual consent divorce. But where it is contested, it could be anything. It will largely depend on how much, how busy is the court, what are the unfortunate delay tactics parties adopt. And we also have to go through the whole trial to prove there is evidence. I have done a matter which went on for 18 years. 18 years. And after 18 years, it didn't come to a conclusion. There was a settlement because parties were tired.
Can you please tell us, if you want to, what is the cost involved in getting a divorce? I'm quite sure based on the lawyer, but
yes,
let's say for a middle class, I'm talking about 8 to 20 lakh rupee people.
So it will depend on which lawyer you go to. But to save your time, energy, money, again, go for a divorce by mutual consent if both parties want a divorce. Put your ego aside, do, for as little as 21,000 rupees, you can go to the mediation center of the Delhi High Court, which helps you to, because the two of you cannot now sit in the same room and discuss how to go about it. They help you.
Okay.
They help you arrive at an agreement. So you have that in hand. Once you have the agreement...
This is like in every state and...
Yes, and even the district courts have mediation centers.
Arbitration is this...
So the act is the Arbitration and Conciliation Act.
Okay.
So what you get...
Out of court settlement.
Out of court settlement, you can arrive at with your spouse, which will have all the future, way set out, which is how will we divide X property, who gets the car, what will the visitation look like, but you have so much jewelry, but you have so much mutual funds, and how are we going to divide all of that? So you do all of that. You have this painting, I have this car, whatever it is, this holiday home, all of that. So you divide it through this mediation, and then you go for the divorce by mutual consent. You can hire just one lawyer And that could be as little as 5,000 to 35 lakhs, whatever, So depending upon your budget, you engage that lawyer. Typically, in 5 to 6 hearings, this will be done.
Is there another way for people who don't have that much money?
Yes, no. So if you don't have the money, the legal aid is provided to you. So your lawyer will be free of cost.
Okay.
So, and these are good lawyers with good practices.
And where can one find them?
No, so you tell the court that I can't afford. The court will just refer your matter to the legal aid society, or even before you start, you go to the legal aid. So every court will have a center or a designated room where you could go, and you can say, I don't have the money. They'll appoint a lawyer who will work with you.
Okay.
And so if someone doesn't have the money, this is a route open to you.
Okay.
So legal aid is definitely a very good option.
So that's how you save the money, through legal aid and mutual consent divorce, and through mediation, right? These things are the thing.